Hello. Feel like I haven't done a video for a little while, so I thought we'd come out to Tewantin. There's a few things I want to go over. Feel like I've got a few updates to talk about, a bit going on, so why don't we go for a ride and check everything out. First of all, we've got a nice clean bike and it's probably going to be a little bit wet, so that's always a little bit depressing. We've got the new DT Swiss 511 wheels on there with the custom Industry 9 hubs, which you'll probably hear in this video a little bit. Got some both 29s front and rear now instead of running the mullet setup, which makes a little bit of a difference. There you go, listen to that. Anyway, so yeah, got a fair bit to talk about. We've had a few storms and everything this past week, so we had a really bad one on Monday, and I came out on Wednesday for a ride, see how the trails are holding up, and they were actually doing surprisingly well. And then I came out on Friday again after we had a few more storms, and they're just holding up really well with the storms we've had. So we had a little bit more rain this morning, so I thought I'd come out here this afternoon. It's still pretty hot, it's about 30 degrees. Why not get into it and check it out, eh? So straight into Trailblazer. Oh, it's a little bit wet. Cheeky little inside line. Lots of dirt in the eyes. Hopefully not too greasy. So far so good. Pretty grippy still. Oh, almost went off the track there. A bit of mud. I didn't think it was going to be this muddy. Seems to dry out pretty quick though. I'm sure we'll be back here through the week. I was really desperate for a ride though. Been loving Trailblazer at the moment. With all the rain we've had and having a bit of time to dry out, it's really helped pack everything in. Oh, yep, lots of dirt in the eye. We really need to start wearing some sunnies or some goggles or something, I think. Anyway, yeah, with these storms, they're pretty hectic. I'm surprised there's not as many trees down. It does look like they've had a bit of a trail crew out here through the week, just patching up, reshaping some of the lips, especially on this bottom section. These jumps had their lips redone, and the step up down the end. That one's fresh. So, good to see they're looking after it. Gets a lot of traffic on the Trailblazer now. Oh yes, bottom section's gonna be really wet. A little creek trough thing down the bottom here. Oh, not too bad. Hell yeah, running pretty good. This little run out here has had a bit of work done too, flatten it out, help with drainage a little bit. Can run off the slide now. Now it's good to do the climb back up, head up Daydream, which is also going to be very wet. I was just sitting at the top and I was like, I feel like I've forgotten something. Completely forgot to start my watch. So there's one lap that doesn't count and we're on. All right, already moved a couple little sticks just before starting Daydream. So hopefully there's not too many more down. All right, let's do this climb, see how wet and muddy it is. I'm gonna have to clean the bike again now. Now, without getting into it too much, I want to do a quick little update on my progress with going to clips. This little technical climb here always used to catch me off. Ooh. When I first started. As you can see in the wet, it's a little bit slippery. Actually, my second climb up with clips, I actually came off there. And now I've done it enough, I'm finally finding the right line. Now it's wet, it's a little bit slippery, so it was a bit sketchy, but they just help so much more climbing. Might actually do a proper update review video soon, just on the clips if you guys are interested in that. So there's Trailblazer there. As I did mention while we're going down, a bit on trail updates. Because Trailblazer is so fresh, I feel like with all this rain we've had, it is going to dry really quick. Everything's going to soak up real quick. Any more rain from now though, might take a bit longer to dry up. But there's fresh drains, everything's nice and fresh, so it should still dry pretty quick. So today's Sunday. By the time you're watching this, if we don't get any more rain, it should be pretty good to ride. Other tracks out here, you've still got like the top half of Secrets, which won't be too bad. Snake is worth a run too. But everything's gonna dry up pretty quick. You've also got Milkmaid, but you're gonna have a pretty wet climb back up. That's the only bad thing about that section. But yeah, I mean, I've just been sessioning laps of Trailblazer and Daydream at the moment, and I can't complain. Been running so good. We've had enough enough rain to keep the dust down, keep it nice and grippy, and getting faster and faster. I might actually try to go for a new Strava record, my own personal record that is. Some of you go pretty fast down there, and I'm not going to be able to beat yous. All right, so we got into trail updates for Trailblazer and some of the other tracks and how they're holding up. Want to get into camera updates. So I film on the GoPro Hero 10. I've had it for a few years, and I don't think there's been another like camera worth upgrading to just yet, so I've been holding off. The only thing that it sort of annoyed me was the wind noise. Now, it's pretty windy at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see how this turns up, but I've just put a couple of like microphone fluffies, dead cats is the proper name for them, just on top of the microphones to see if that helps. So it'll be interesting to see, because like the wind roaring past my ears right now is pretty loud. So yeah, it still does 4K 30 with the max lens mod. So I'll do a bit of editing to make it look a bit better, just with colours wise. Oh, that sounded a bit snappy. Yeah, I was waiting for the DJI Action 6 to come out, but it's sort of just the same as the Action 5. So I don't think it's worth upgrading at this stage. We'll see what GoPro comes out with soon and see if they've got anything better to announce. So yeah, I'll stick to my Hero 10 for now. I think it's doing a pretty good job. Bike updates. Obviously at the start I mentioned some new wheels. This is actually I've had them on for a couple of weeks now. This is the first video I've actually filmed since I've had them on. So we're going with a full custom wheel set, full 29s front and rear. The DT Swiss EX511s, and they got Industry 9 hubs. They got the Hydra hub in the back, which you can probably hear going off in the background. I've put some push core inserts in there as well. Full tubeless now, so no more popping tubes. That was a bit of a case. And I'm loving it, eh? So much more faster. Just holds track speed a bit better. Easy to pump, clear jumps. So the mullet is a little bit more playful, but still fairly easy to whip this thing around. I don't have the most style in the world, but for what I want to do anyway, it's doable. Look at that. New seat too, clean skin AM2, Black Friday sales down from 60 bucks to 10, so I can't complain with that. A little bit more comfortable for these climb ups. I'll do a full bike review later on with everything I've changed. Probably just gone over a year with this bike now, so I've changed it a little bit. I'll do a proper review on it. There we go, that's 2 laps down Trailblazer. So yeah, we'll do this long pedal up again, maybe do one more lap down, and that'll probably wrap it up for this video. I might even try to do a fast lap down, see how we go. All right, try for a faster lap here. Try not to come off, probably won't talk too much. Go short, inside line again, scrub. More of a commentary if I'm honest. So there's a couple of loose slick bits to watch out for. Oh, I'm getting closer and closer to that tree every time. I need to hold more speed through that section if I want to get faster times. Bit dirt in the mouth, lovely. Oh, drifties. Someone's shrouding. And sprint. If you guys sprint standing up or sitting down, let me know. I find it easier sitting down. Oh, this corner's always dodgy. Legs are dead now. This corner scares me now that I keep slipping out on it. start pedaling through here. Lose a bit of speed doing that. There we go. Whew. Not bad. I don't think it was my fastest lap. I love the sound of that hub. Probably annoys some people, but I feel like just getting that buzz to go makes me pedal a bit faster. Or keep my speed up to hear it. I don't know, that's just me though. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions. But anyway, a few channel updates before we get back up to the top. Probably about a week or two ago, I was out here riding Trailblazer, like most days now. And a couple of young fellas up the top that actually recognised me from my YouTube channel and came over and said hello. So you guys know who you are, shout out to you boys. They met me up in the top car park and said hello. And then had someone else, can't remember the channel name, that commented on one of my, I think it must have been last week's video or the week before actually, asking, sort of telling me I should go back out to Parklands because it's running mint and go to ride Phoenix, which I have been really wanting to do. So I might actually go do that this week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday afternoon sometime. See how things are going, because I do miss riding Phoenix. It is one of my other favourite tracks at the moment, and with this rain it'll be running pretty good, I reckon. Probably a little bit slippery, but if I give it this week to dry out, it should be pretty good. So there's that video to look out for. But yeah, I think I'm going to take you guys off my chest and do one more lap. I don't think you guys need to see me do another lap now. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've been uploading every Tuesday. We're going to do that for the rest of the year, so we'll see you guys in the next one.